Hello. Today is April 29th, 2024. I am back. It's been a few days since I made a journal. Last week I was pretty inactive, and today I'm explaining why and kind of just discussing why we shouldn't be this way, why we shouldn't be paralyzed by anxiety. I'm sure that this is a pretty common feeling of anxiety, but in this situation, what was happening? Well, I had a presentation to give at an academic conference on Saturday, and the more and more nearer it became, the more anxious I got for it. I don't think that's a pretty uncommon response, but I would say that what ended up sort of happening was I couldn't really do much. I couldn't focus on anything else really. And you know, when I was doing something else, when I wasn't practicing for it or, you know, rewriting certain aspects of the presentation, I was meandering through them sort of mindlessly. I was sleepwalking in that way. And so, you know, talking about it with my girlfriend specifically, I do think that I fed into it too much and I allowed the paralysis to happen. And like even now, as a result of becoming paralyzed through this anxiety, it's becoming harder to reintegrate, like go back to normal than it otherwise would have been, I feel. So there's that. I just wanted to sort of talk about anxiety paralysis and how, apart from just the general anxious feeling, it has consequences in the sense of what happens in your day-to-day. And I don't know, it's a bit reductionist to say like, oh, don't pay attention to your anxiety, because in some ways I think that can have even worse consequences than the paralysis. But I don't know, this is a very difficult subject because for me, like, this anxiety wasn't pertaining to anything like outright negative, if you get what I mean. It wasn't related to any like traumatic event or anything like that. It was just my fear of public speaking and fear of being stupid, I guess, in some ways. So yeah, I would be interested to know, like, this area, this slice of anxiety, what do you guys think about it? Do you find yourself becoming paralyzed in some way? And you know, all this is going on while I was like really trying not to procrastinate other things, so it was a difficult time period. Kind of changing subjects now, I have been faced with a dilemma. I don't know if it's a moral or an ideological or a combination of the two dilemma, but essentially I've been offered a soft job offer that is pretty good. It's lucrative for once I'm finished school, but it is not something that I really align with. I'd be going in the banking industry, which if you've watched any of my videos, you probably know that is something I dislike. And so the dilemma is, it's very lucrative, but it's not something that I align with. And I think that a lot of people in my shoes have had this sort of situation before. And maybe this is how capitalism wins in many ways. So I would appreciate some advice. I've tried to like make myself believe that there's compromises. Like, maybe I can do it a few years to set myself up to then do what I want to do. But obviously that is too hard to tell if it would really come to fruition. So I don't know. I think it's more of an ideological dilemma, because I don't know if there's anything morally wrong with taking a good job. But yeah, I've got some time anyways, and like I said, it was a soft offer, so it's nothing too concrete anyways. But yeah, this is a quick little check-in, and I hope that I'll be more consistent with the journals. I hope y'all have been doing well. It's the start of a brand new week for us, so it's a chance to improve and stuff. I don't want to be too left brain dominant though. I just got done watching a video my friend sent me about left brain. It's very interesting. I'm not sure how we can like consciously control, or just plainly control, which aspects of the brain we use. The argument of the video was that society's kind of ordered itself in a more left brain way. Fair enough. But yeah, I hope you all have been doing well. Let me know anything that you found interesting, or I could use some advice about that dilemma I talked about. So yeah, peace and love.